guys, this is DJSUS and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about my theories and my predictions, I suppose, for the next episode of Doctor Who, which is called Praxeus, I think. So there's a lot of stuff to cover from last week and where I think that all goes, and that will be the majority of the video, but first I want to talk about the upcoming episode. So there's a shot when we see the Doctor run towards something in the water. Now people thought that this meant sea devils. I doubt that at this point, to be honest, because in the synopsis it says that there's a naval officer that turns up on a beach or something, and that's part of the Doctor's mystery. I think this is also the episode, because I'm pretty sure the synopsis has changed, which I think is weird. There was this thing that I saw when it had the team received a distress call, like at the end of last week's episode, from multiple places. I like, actually, just a bit of a side note, I quite liked how they did that in the episode. I thought that was clever. It's a nice little tie into the next episode. So there's 3 points of call that they all have to go and explore separately. I believe we'll probably have, from the trailer, the Doctor, Ryan and Graham and Yaz by herself. So I see them being joined by just some sort of people that they can have as sort of people so that they can explain the plot to, etc. Like almost like a companion role, you know. And this could mean that we give Yaz something to do for once as well. So the TARDIS team are completely split up. So there is also some astronaut up in space that has some kind of problem and he's missing or whatever. And he is also going to be featured in the episode, but I don't know what his purpose is. All of these things don't have much connection, but I'm sure that they do in like the plot of some kind. It's just piecing it together without the information just is pointless. Okay, and this is also the bat episode when the bats fly past the TARDIS and they fly into a room. And do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember that really awful film called The Birds, which had something like this happen in it? Yeah, I'm really concerned that's what we're gonna get. And we also see that thing of the sort of, I'm gonna call it grayscale, but the scale coming up someone's face. Now, I believe that is like a virus that you get off the bats. That also explains why those people are wearing gas masks, because they're trying to defend themselves from the virus, and almost like they are some kind of like cleanup crew that are medically designed, a bit like when things like Ebola. So those are like hazmat suits, but what if they're like trying to prevent infection, and the infection is those things that grow and probably kill you in some way. A bit like the coronavirus, which is currently infecting China. But I remember during the Ebola outbreak a couple of years ago, you would see people on the news dressed in sort of hazmat-like suits, and they'd walk around and sterilise things. I'm not quite really sure what their job was. Maybe this could be like a space virus thing that has gone to, we're going to have to presume it's Earth, and they are attacking them. Well, we know it's Earth, in fact. But what kind of creatures do these things become at the end? I don't know. Maybe sea devils. Okay, so let's do the Doctor theories first. So I believe there are 3 that are extremely popular that I found over the internet, mostly Twitter. So the first one is that she's before Hartnell, simply. The second one is that she is after Jodie, but that doesn't explain why she remembers, why she doesn't remember each other, why they don't remember each other. There is the problem with the Hartnell one is that he doesn't actually have the TARDIS stuck with the chameleon circuit until later on, so that can't be like that. So, and because we see this new Doctor having like that TARDIS, the iconic look, we don't think that TARDIS is the pre-Hartnell TARDIS. My personal favourite theory, and the one that I believe, is that she is in between Patrick Troughton and Jon Pertwee. So in the War Games, Patrick Troughton was forced to regenerate into the new incarnation, which was Jon Pertwee. But what if instead of regenerating into him, he regenerated into the new Doctor, the fugitive Doctor, went on the run, and then got caught, etc., and placed back to kind of do it over again. and had the memory of it wiped, whatever. So all of their world was a lie, and maybe this Doctor did something more interesting on Gallifrey, and maybe revealed the secrets of Gallifrey, whatever, and that meant that she had to be wiped out, and that's why everything they lived was a lie. There's also been some speculation about that girl that we see in that sort of flashback thing from Spyfall Part 2, whether that is actually the fugitive Doctor as a child, but I don't know. That's the kind of weak bit. I think that for the time being we should presume that this person, this fugitive Doctor, is the timeless child. And then the final thing is that Jack's back, but what does this mean? I don't think it's going to mean anything in the next episode, but I'm thinking about maybe episode 8, which I believe is the Cyberman episode, or in fact 9 and 10. So basically 8, 9 or 10, the last 3. So I think that the Cyberman episodes, I imagine that if it's that big, it should be 9 and 10, but I believe that Daleks are 9 and 10, so maybe 8 instead. And John Barrowman is so great for this community because, he's always doing Comic-Cons, he's meeting fans, he's always active on Twitter, etc. Like, he's never been one to shy away from the fandom that really appreciate him. So I'm so glad to see him back. He speaks of the warning of the lonely Cyberman. You have to be careful of this Cyberman to the Doctor. So Jack must return. He has such a small role in this episode. I imagine that this is the setup to the bigger finale few episodes. Actually it would make sense for this episode to be the end of episode 8. At the end of episode 8 the Doctor does something, was not wary of the Cyberman, causes something to happen which obviously we don't know anything about, so that's why I've kind of just skipped right over. And so I ask you, what do you think this lonely Cyberman thing is? Is it just a load of rubbish? Or are you so past Doctor Who at this point that you're just not interested? I know something that you should do. You should go and check out my review of Fugitive of the Judoon. I will link it above. A small little Easter egg type thing, I just wanted to add this bit at the end. So this actor here is Warren Brown, and he plays a character in Big Finish called Sam Bishop. He plays a part in the unit kind of side. I doubt this has anything to do with the episode because at first I thought that, this might mean that unit comes back, but, well, it won't because he's playing a completely different character. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.